Part 4. Taehyung. After meeting and greeting Mr. John, I went back to Ryan. But she wasn't there. I looked around for her. She was nowhere to be found. I walked out and asked guards about Ryan, but they said nobody left the party. I went back in hall and again looked for her. Where did she go? My head started hurting thinking about her. I was looking for her in hall when I saw a back door. I rushed out of that door and looked for Ryan. Nobody was there. It was a quiet, dark place. I called out her name loudly, but no response. Again I shouted her name. I was about to go back when a sandal hit on my leg. I took the sandal in my hand. It was Vian's. I looked around again and shouted her name. It was so dark, so I took out my mobile phone from my pocket and turned on flashlight. Vian. I was praying for Taehyung to come when I heard my name. He was Taehyung. I tried to scream, but my mouth was covered. My mind worked at the time, and I threw my sandal on him. And then within some seconds, I saw a light. It was a mobile torch. I closed my eyes. I was praying for him to find me as soon as possible. Suddenly, that man removed his hand from my mouth. I opened my eyes and saw Taehyung was standing in front of us. I ran to him and hugged him very tightly. He wrapped his arms around me and kissed on my head. My tears were absorbing in his suit. Taehyung, don't worry, love, I'm here. Before Taehyung could say something, his guard and Mr. Johnson, Robert, came. Robert, Taehyung, is everything alright? Taehyung, this rascal touched my woman. Robert, oh, I'm sorry for this all. I'll take care of him. Taehyung, no, I'll kill him with my own hands. How dare he touch her? Listening Taehyung's word, that man started begging for his life. Taehyung took out his gun and aimed the gun on that person. I immediately held his hand and nodded my head as no. I can't see someone dying in front of my eyes again. Taehyung, he tried to rape you. I'll kill him. Ryan, master, please, I want to leave this place. Please take me home. Taehyung heaved a sigh and nodded his head as yes. Before leaving, Taehyung asked his man, finished him. Taehyung sat on his feet and fitted my sandal in my foot with his hands. After that, he stood up and wrapped his arm around my waist. We left for house. The whole time my head was on his chest. I was feeling secure with him. He was gently tapping my back to make me relax. We reached home. He opened the door and lifted me in his arms in bridal style. He put me on bed and sat close to me. Taehyung, look in my eyes. I raised my head and made eye contact with him. Taehyung, what was you doing there? Ryan, I was master. Taehyung, listen, Ryan. I know what was in your mind. I hate it when people disobey me or betray me. I have told you that you are mine, and if you try to run away, I promise I'll kill you. Ryan, okay, fine, then kill me. I can't live with you as your slave. I'm done. Why everyone is trying their best to hurt me? What I've done wrong in my life to be treated like this? I was nice to everyone, but why it's always me? Why? Taehyung, enough. Ryan, no, I'm not done yet. You know, I always thought one day I'll live a normal, beautiful life. But look what I got. What I am to you, huh? Just a toy? Taeyong, I said that's enough, Ryan. What will you do? You'll hit me or kill me? You are a fucking heartless man. I hate you. I hate you the most. Taeyong, what you want to listen? You want to listen that I love you? If I tell you that I fell in love with you at first sight, it would be a complete lie. But if I say that after living with you for months, I don't know when and why, but I fell for you, and now you are just mine. After finishing, he started kissing my lips. His hands slowly moved in my dress. I broke the kiss. Master, please, I don't want to do it tonight. Taeyong, okay, it's all right. And how many times I've told you don't call me master, call me Taeyong. I nodded my head as yes. He pecked on my forehead. Taeyong, you should rest. Fine. Thank you for today. Taeyong stood up from bed with a smile and left the room. Sky. I hung up the call and turned back to see her. She wasn't there. I looked around but she wasn't anywhere. I saw a back door and walked to the door. I opened the door. I just took 2 steps when I heard Taeyong roaring. This rascal touched my woman. I walked a little more when I saw the view. She was in Taeyong's arms. My blood started boiling. She came and party with Taeyong. He don't deserve her. I love her. I'll make her mine. I know he forced her to live with him. She is innocent and beautiful. I want her. Don't worry, I'll take you out of that hell. I called my manager and asked him to collect all information about her. After an hour, he called me and told me everything about her. Ryan, days passed and many more things changed. Taehyung bought a mobile phone for me. He saved his number in mobile phone. He never forced me to do it again. He was taking care of me like a loving husband. Days were passing quite good. A day Taehyung went out of the house for a mission. I was sleeping when I felt someone staring me. I opened my eyes and saw Sky standing with a smile. I screamed in fear, but he immediately put his hand on my lips. But his hand wasn't empty, there was a piece of cloth. I struggled to push him, but I couldn't succeed. After a few seconds, everything turned black, and I fell on bed. Sky. I was keeping a close eye on Taehyung. I knew he's on his mission today, and all his men were with him. In house, there were just 8 guards, and they were on front side of house. I climbed up the back wall boundary. Luckily, our room's window was open. I entered in room through the window. I slowly walked in room and went close to bed. For my surprise, she was fine. I felt so happy. I was looking at her beautiful face when she woke up. I put my handkerchief on her face. There was chloroform on it. After some seconds, she fell on bed. I tied a rope with bed. After lifting her in my arms, I climbed down with the help of rope. My man was waiting in the car. I opened the car door, sat inside with her. Fine. I opened my eyes, but it was a different place. I remembered that sky in my room. My heartbeat increased. Why he kidnapped me? I stood up from bed and rushed to the door. It was locked. I banged the door. Within a minute, door opened. It was Sky. There was a smile on his lips. Sky. Hello, lovely. How are you? Why? Why you kidnapped me? Sky. Because I love you and I want you to be with me. Why? Are you a psycho? Did I told you I want to live with you? Sky. I know you didn't say you want to live with me, but I know how he forced you to live with him. Don't worry, he can't find you here. Why? Mr. Sky, take me back right now. Sky. Sorry, lovely, I can't. You should rest for some time. I'll send something to eat for you. Left locking the door. What I should do, how Taehyung will know where I am. Tears started rolling on my cheeks. After half an hour, a woman came with a fruit bowl. She came close to bed to give me bowl when I pushed her and ran out. I ran as fast as I can. It wasn't a big house. I easily found exit door. I rushed outside the house. I was running when I heard Sky shouting my name. Ryan, stop. I didn't listen to him and continued running with all my strength. But he was fast. He got me within 5 minutes. He held my arm and slapped me on the face. I was shocked. Taeyong never slapped me. He put me on his shoulder and walked back his house. I was punching him and begged to stop and let me go, but he didn't bother me. He took me back in room and threw me on bed. He hovered on me and said, I thought I'll give you time to fall for me, but you need to be punished. Ryan, Sky, please, I don't want to live here. Let me go. He didn't say anything but torn my dress into pieces. I was screaming for help, but no one was there who can help me. He took off everything I was wearing, and then he did the same with himself. I was screaming. My tears were continuously absorbing in my hair. He put his dash inside me roughly. I screamed in pain. Ryan, please don't do this to me, please. He didn't stop for a second. He was doing it rough. It was hurting too much. My body wasn't ready for this. But he put it inside me without any care. Sky, look what you made me to do. My whole body started hurting. He was doing it very fast and aggressively. I was feeling unbearable pain between my legs. I never felt that much pain in my whole life. I wanted to die at that moment. He didn't stop for a second. My body and heart wasn't able to tolerate any more pain. Everything blacked out. I passed out because of too much pain.